Hi there, guys. I'm thinking of another wee Bible verse. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life or eternal life. Now, this is our wee hotel room in Egypt. The bed's not been made. I'm going to tell room service not to bother today. But I brought this little piece of rope with me because I want to think of eternity. Now, I want you to imagine that this rope goes all the way out of the room, right through the door and away across the Red Sea. And I want you to imagine that it goes right round the whole earth, 24,000 miles, and back again. Then I want you to imagine that it takes off again. This rope takes off again and goes all the way to Mars, 34 million miles. Okay, and then back again, that's another 34 million. So you can think of the millions of miles in your imagination, okay, that this rope stretches. And that's just a beginning of what eternal life is like, or eternity is like. It just goes on and on and on forever. Now, I want you to think of your little life and compare it. See this little red dot here? Just about half an inch. Now that represents your life here on earth. 50, 60, 70 years, maybe 90 if you're lucky. But in eternity, in terms of eternity, in terms of all those millions of miles, that is just a little dot. And yet, men and women, young people, we just focus so much on this tiny little life, trying to get out of it as much as we can, and we forget all about what happens at the end. We're going to go out into God's great eternity, into one of two places, heaven or hell, forever and ever. No, life will end, but our spiritual life doesn't end. Never, never, never. We've got a never-dying soul, and that's going to live the lifetime of God in one of two places. And so, guys, it's just so foolish just to put everything into this little tiny life down here and forget about all of this eternity that lies before us in the future. And that's why Jesus warns us. He warns us today. He warns us to believe in him so that we'll have eternal life in heaven. Now, I hope you'll take this. It's so important today. Thanks very much for watching. God bless you.